Welcome. Take a breath and let your body arrive. This is a space where we tell the truth, a space where we stop performing healing and start living it. Today, I want to begin with gratitude. Not the kind we post, not the kind we say because it sounds right, but the kind that actually opens the heart. Because gratitude is sacred and gratitude is powerful. But there's something that's been coming to me, and when something comes back around 3 times, I listen. So today I want to talk about gratitude and how easily it can get distorted. I want to talk specifically about comparison. How often we call something gratitude when it's actually comparison. This episode isn't about judging anyone, it's about awareness. Because awareness is a threshold. And once you see something clearly, you cannot unsee it. Sometimes what sounds spiritual is just a clean way to avoid the truth. I've heard it so many times. People say they're grateful, but what they really mean is, thank God I'm not them. At least I'm not where I used to be. And I shouldn't complain because someone else has it worse. And we've normalized that. We've even praised it. But that isn't always gratitude. Sometimes it's fear. Sometimes it's guilt. Sometimes it's relief. And sometimes it's emotional escape. And I want to say this clearly. I've done it too. I've called it gratitude when really I was trying to override what I felt. So I'm not speaking from above. I'm speaking from lived experience. This kind of gratitude can sound humble, but it isn't always clean. Because gratitude isn't supposed to silence your truth. It's supposed to open your heart. And when gratitude is built on comparison, it's unstable. If it requires someone else to be lower, it sounds like I'm grateful I'm not struggling like her. I should be grateful that I even have a job. At least my marriage isn't as bad as theirs. At least my child is still alive. At least I'm not depressed anymore. And listen, I understand the impulse. But when gratitude is built on comparison, it can become self-abandonment. Sometimes we use gratitude to shut ourselves down, to shut down sadness, to shut down anger, to shut down grief. And that's not healing, that's survival. And it's especially common for caretakers, for women, and for those who have spent their lives being strong. Sometimes gratitude becomes a coping strategy. The mind trying to create safety by saying, it's not that bad. You're fine. You should be thankful. But your body might be saying, I'm not okay. And if your body is saying you're not okay through dis-ease, through anxiety, through exhaustion, through tightness in your chest and the feeling you can't catch a breath, through pain that won't leave, you don't override that with spiritual language. You listen. This is a threshold moment because the threshold is where we stop lying to ourselves, where we stop pretending gratitude means we can't feel pain. and where we stop using other people's suffering as a measuring stick for our own life. True gratitude doesn't need comparison. It doesn't need someone else to have less. True gratitude isn't at least. True gratitude is, this is sacred. It's the moment you say, I'm grateful and I am still hurting. I'm grateful and I still want more. I'm grateful and I'm still healing. That's real. So here's a simple practice. If you catch yourself saying, at least, pause. Instead of, at least I'm not where I used to be, try, I honor how far I've come. Instead of, I should be grateful, try, something in me is longing, and I'm listening. Instead of, others have it worse, try, my pain matters too. Because it does. This week, listen to yourself. Listen to how you speak gratitude and ask, is this gratitude opening my heart? Or is it shutting down my truth? And if you notice it, don't judge it, just notice. Because noticing is power. Noticing is awareness, and awareness is the threshold. You don't have to compare your pain to deserve compassion. You don't have to compare your life to deserve joy. Gratitude isn't meant to be a cage. It's meant to be a doorway. And this is the threshold. Until next time, breathe. Be honest and come home to yourself.